2 races left here at the New Jersey Motorsports Park Fall Nationals for the Northeast Karting Challenge. And look at how much the sun has come out here to dry this racetrack. Man, I didn't think we would be anywhere close to having the option to go to the slick tires. And for now, I don't think anyone's going to be on it at Tag Master, but a very closely watching Tag Senior audience will be paying attention. And Mateo touched on it earlier. He said about how, that could make a huge difference. A driver that was nowhere near the front earlier this weekend might make that gamble to go on to slicks, and it could pay off. See the sun poking through the clouds here. It's turned into a nice afternoon in New Jersey, and we're green with our second to last race of the weekend. Fulcrum competition, Bolton Motorsports Tag Masters. Down to turn number 1, and a good start for Scott Mandel as he gets the jump over Jeff Clyde. And here we go up the hill to turn number 2. Side by side further back, there's Chris McGinley in the 671 trying to make up some ground. He's on the inside of Gallo Barros. He'll get around him coming out of turn number 3. And over and up to the Vanderstur Racing hairpin we go. Let's see, McGinley maybe inside there. Not going to happen. Jeff Clyde right on Scott Mandel. Not able to get through either. Through the chicane and down the back straightaway. Now we go side by side for third. Here he comes. Looking inside clear. Down and through for Chris McGinley in the 671. He's already picked off a bunch now as he charges towards the front. With, again, Scott Mandel leading. Jeff Clyde second, looking for a crossover move on Mandel. He'll get it done. And here comes McGinley as well. It's a comp cart 1-2. And they're still battling further back here, Taylor.
It's a great battle on the opening lap here for your Tag Masters as they head down to the Cannonball Storage chicane. The 2 comp carts now starting to pull away from Scott Mandel in the EO start as we see Bo Amato inside the top 4 after that great run in the pre-final. He's looking to get 3rd position away as they come to the start-finish.
I'm trying to look close. I think we may have slick tires on for Chris McGinley on the comp cart. He might have switched back over to those MG or MG red compound or MG either yellow or red compounds for Tag Masters. So the switching off the wet tires might have been the ticket. It's a hybrid race. I wasn't sure if there's anyone going for it. It looks like he has. It's paid off. You can see the number 72 is Scott Mandel. He's on the wet tires, but the front 3 are on slicks. Jeff Clyde in second, Chris McGinley leading, and Bo Amato into third. This group further back that's already falling a good ways back from the top 3, they're on the wets. So it's slicks in one group up front, wets in another. McGinley, by the way, has gone around Jeff Clyde. He now is your new leader. And it's Bo Amato applying some pressure to Jeff Clyde for second through the CMC Motorsports back section. So if there were any questions to be answered for the Tag Seniors of which tire compound to go to, it's got to be the slicks for their final race coming up here as we're just a couple of moments in to the Bolton Motorsports Fulcrum Competition Services Tag Masters. And Bo Amato a little bit sideways there coming to the double left, but he gathers it back up. Still third, still safe. Comp carts 1, 2, 3 with 2 laps complete, Taylor.
Great run here for the comp carts as they work their way around towards. Here we go. Bo Amato trying to see if he can show the nose, heading down into the full tilt racing turn number 1. But the comp carts are now trying to work together. But Amato looks to the inside as they climb up the hill, and he will move up to P2 in that number 14 comp cart.
Yeah, nicely done for Bo Amato there. So he takes over second, and he's unfortunately lost some time to Chris McGinley, but look who is, wow, he's charging up to him. I didn't think McGinley had that much, or that little of a gap, even with the pass made. Bo Amato on the move here in the Tag Master class. So Bo Amato already around Jeff Clyde, and granted, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. He was the fastest on the racetrack by 4/10 last time by over Chris McGinley, who got that rocket ship start, but Bo Amato with the actual rocket ship under the hood, coming to put 4 minutes complete plus 2 laps here in the main event. Chris McGinley leads us to the S's here in this 3-car late pack. The update further back, it's not really changed all too much. Scott Mandel, Gallo Barros, Kevin Udasco continuing to fall backwards on the wet tire choice down the front stretch. McGinley over Amato. Amato 2/10 better that time with a pass made on Jeff Clyde.
What a drive for Bo Amato in that number 14 as he makes the charge up to the top of the hill. You see Chris McGinley still holding strong, but just keeping pace, not really beating him on the lap times at the moment, but still just trying to make sure he can mine the gap between the two of them as they climb the way up to the BDSR light pole turn. And there you see Bo Amato get another great run, but McGinley also right there in the mix.
Yeah, Chris McGinley, at least this time, looks like he's a little better. He's picked up the margin back up on Bo Amato to pull back away. So now we're watching them spread apart. Here's a look further back at Scott Mandel and Gallo Barros chewing up the MG wet tires. The track definitely dry, and unfortunately for them, those tires are only going to get worse and worse as this race trudges on. We're not even to the halfway marker yet. I don't know if any of them may opt to pull in early. It looks as though we don't have Joe Cornatzer or a number of the drivers that were on the Tag Master list yesterday. John Baldessere, Dallas Hoff, Evan Connolly, Kevin Hudasco, then these two, Gallo Barros and Scott Mandel. Granted, part of the reason they're not pulling in is, oh no! Gallo Barros around, looked high, then low, then just barely dipped the right sides into the grass, coming into that double left, and he spins it out of 5th overall, but more importantly, I believe that was the lead in the X30 class, and now he may fall a little further down the order if we have any other X30 power plants still on the circuit. Rotax 1, 2, 3 up front with McGinley versus Amato versus Clyde. And look at Bo. Another good lap's got him close again for the lead. He's 2 car lengths back through the chicane.
Yeah, only 9 cars out on the track right now compared to about the 21 that was supposed to take part in today's action. But still, great race between your top 2 as McGinley and Amato trading. Oh, trouble for Amato. He'll hit the barrier.
Oh, no. Bo Amato out of there out of second. He's able to get back going. Clyde gets by. Man, what a race so far. Just a